Hi guys, welcome to day 2 of Rwanda. At this point, having done Monday's activity, I'm sure you have a pretty good idea of what the Rwandan genocide was, how it started, and really this violence between Hutus and Tutsis. Today is going to be more focused on it's 25 years after all of this has occurred. How is Rwanda healing? Can it heal? Um, I wish we had more time, that we actually were in school and I saw you 4 times a week. We could get into why this happened in the extent of why didn't anybody stop it? There's a lot of people who talk about US responsibility. We could have done more than what we actually did. And that's certainly something, if you have interest on, reach out to me and I can send you in different directions to look at some information as far as what the US's role as well as the UN. The whole world knew what was going on, and for the most part, everybody did nothing. So if you have interest, certainly reach out to me and I can get you resources. But due to our small amount of time that we actually have left together, we are, like I said, shifting to reconciliation. You now have this country that was torn apart by genocide, and you have two groups of people who have to live together that were killing each other only 20 years ago. So that's really what this is focused on. You have a video that hopefully this one won't have issues like Monday's, that it's not violent at all. There are no bloody scenes. It's not like that other video that I posted on Monday. Um, it's all focused on today. I think the worst that you see are skull and bones. And they discuss a little bit, but it's really more of how are Hutus and Tutsis living in Rwanda today, dealing with the fact that their neighbors are the people who tried to kill them or their family members. So it's about 12 minutes long, I believe. Watch that. And then there's two articles for you to take a look at, and I will pop those up on my screen right now. Here we go. So, this is the first one, and the reason why I didn't get this into a Word document is because I wanted you to have the option. It's a 6-minute listen. If you prefer to listen to the article, all you have to do is hit play here. It's an NPR article. If you see, it's April 9th, 2019. It's, again, based 25 years since the genocide. And basically, it's talking about some of the successes and how Rwandans have forgiven each other, if you can even call that, or what are the difficulties there. So you can kind of go through. If you prefer to read it, it is all there. And like I said, you also have the option to listen to it. The second article is actually just this past Saturday. Now, there is a video. You don't have to watch it, although it is kind of interesting. But you can see the date on this, May 16th, 2020. So this is really this past Saturday that you find that one of the Rwandan genocide people who like committed the genocide and encouraged other people to kill their neighbors, he was caught this past Saturday in Paris, of all places. So it's kind of just fascinating and kind of makes you aware of how this is still so much an issue today and what happens. I mean, it's been 25 years. What do you do with these people who've committed genocide so long ago? Is it fair to jail them? I don't know. That'll be kind of up to you, but you can certainly read through that. Now, for today's activity, you are going to be writing me a paragraph. Let me get this up for you. Let me just shift. That should be much better. Okay, so directions. You're going to use the links for the articles and the short video. So that'll all be with this assignment as well as on Teams itself. And you are going to be writing a well-written paragraph. You have to answer 2 questions. The first are, what challenges do Rwandans face in overcoming their past? What are the obstacles? What is preventing people from moving past what happened in 1994? The second question is, do you think that Rwanda will be able to move past the genocide, or is this something that will always haunt them and prevent them from being a prosperous nation? Rwanda is poor. It's not exactly the most democratically free either. You do have concerns about ethnic tensions still today. So this is an opinion. There is no right or wrong answer here. What you need to do is to support your answer with evidence from the actual article itself, the articles I gave you, or the video. Now, if you are pulling information from what I have provided for you, you do not have to cite anything. The second you go to another website, you do. You have to answer both questions fully, use evidence to support what you're saying for part two, and if you use outside sources, make sure you cite those in MLA format, okay? Really what I'm looking for that second question is what you think. Your opinion on this. There is no right or wrong answer. I can't tell you if Rwanda will be able to move past this. I can tell you what's happened up until this point, but I don't know. I'm asking you to predict. Is this something that you see happening for them? Just support what you say with evidence. That is always so critical. 2 or 3 pieces of evidence is fine. Now, as far as when this is due, be aware, Monday there is no school, it's Memorial Day. So there will be no assignments posted on Monday. And the way that this works is I have to accept your work the day of classes. So for this time only, this assignment will be due Wednesday at 8 a.m. It's always 8 a.m. Now, assignments sometimes messes up. I try to really look through and catch it. Occasionally I don't. But if you ever see a time and a date that doesn't make sense, if it's not 8 a.m. on a day of a class we need, it's wrong. Okay, so this you have a full week to do. Please try not to wait last minute to do it. It's just not going to, one, I want you to have Monday be an actual relaxing day for you. And two, it's just going to build. I mean, what we're doing next week as far as assignments, there'll be one assignment for both Wednesday and Friday because those are the 2 days that we have assignments and meet. They're day A's. We took out that Friday office hours, so make sure you look on Friday for information. But we're doing actually one assignment that entire time. It's going to take you some time. This isn't going to be an activity that, you know, is really quick to do. You're going to be making a textbook entry for the Rwandan genocide and really what you think people should know. I will post instructions for that on Wednesday. That will be our next class. But certainly you can think about how you might want to present the information that you've learned about. That information, like I said, all the details and descriptions will post on Wednesday. We'll even have examples of what students in the past have done. This is an activity we always usually do. And we, whatchamacallit, it looks a little bit different when we're actually in class, but since we're not, you know, it is going to be slightly shortened and adjusted. I have to still figure out and talk with Mr. Olander to see how we want to do this. But usually you have to take a perspective and you create a textbook from your perspective on the events that happen. We've done similar assignments in the past. Think of Nanking. So that's the direction we're going in. Again, the aftermath and can Rwanda recover is this week's topic, or this day's topic, and that will be due Wednesday of next week at 8 a.m. Okay, so don't think that's off. I'll try and put warnings on everything as well so that you truly see those. If you have questions, reach out to me. You know the drill. I will say, like Monday, probably I will be on my computer very little. So just be aware of that. If you wait till that last minute to actually do the assignment, my responses might be a little bit slower than they would be if you work on it this week. Okay? All right, guys, reach out if you have questions. Bye.